Brad M73 here. Welcome back to another issue of Star Wars Build the Millennium Falcon. Today we're going to be doing issue 78. So we'll dive right into the magazine. We've got the Phantom Short Range Shuttle. I have no idea which series this is from. I'm going to guess it's probably from Rebels, especially since I don't know who that is. We have Moon 1, the factory moon. I guess they build TIE fighters and AT-ATs and speeder bikes there, just by looking at the pictures. Let's see, Military Starship Classification Part 5, where we've got like the A-Wings and the X-Wings and the TIE fighters, and then we get right into the parts. So let's see what we've got. Adding the side frames. So we've got the frame, we've got 3 of them there. We've got more here in the pack. So I guess I'll just open up the pack and we'll get started. Guys, do not forget to hit that like button if you like the video. Helps my channel out tremendously. You guys have no idea. Or maybe you do, I don't know. Alright, so we'll get this stuff out. We've got a couple more side panels here. Now I've painted the other side panels, so I'm not sure yet if I'm going to glue these on in this episode. I know we're supposed to glue them on, but I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to do that just yet. So, because there's a bunch of parts that glue onto these, I'm going to have to respray these. There's a bunch of stuff that's going to glue onto this. I just don't know yet. We've got some parts here. One's kind of hanging on. We've got another small sprue with a bunch of little identical parts. I think all of these attach onto these 2 parts. So we'll set these aside for right now. The bag is empty. This piece is free of any parts. And we've got all of our pieces here. So, let's see here. Which part do we get? What do we have to do? Okay, it looks like this one is first. Take an SF08 frame. So these say SF09, SF09, SF09. So those. So apparently we need an SF08 frame. That will go down here, I guess. Is that right? Looks like it is. Now I need to find the little bag with all of the screws. I think a few of them popped out here. So we'll start off by... What am I going to start off by? I need some Loctite. Now, originally, I wasn't sure if I was going to put the side frames together yet. I've decided to do that. Got my Loctite here. Just going to put a little bit out and put the cap back on. I should probably set this somewhere where it's kind of out of the way. Like right there, which you might be able to see a little bit of. So yeah, it looks like the first frame goes right. No, had it on the right way. So you'll notice that one of the sides of the frame is flat. The other one has like these indents on it. So the indents go on the inside. So let me get my first screw here. Try to magnetize my screwdriver just a little bit. I keep forgetting to do that. And we'll just dip this into the Loctite. And we'll get started. Okay, I didn't tighten that down all the way. Now I had another screw that had fallen. What did I just do with it? Oh well. We'll pop more of these out as we need them. Some more Loctite. I've actually been looking forward to this stage for a very long time to get these, A, the mandibles, B, getting them screwed into place. And now I will just tighten them down all the way. There we go. See, so that's the SF08 frame. Take the other SF08 frame and then line it to the one we just fitted. So that's going to go right there, I hope. Again with the Loctite. Maybe doing it like this will be a little easier, or maybe not. Actually, I'm going to loosen this one up just slightly. And I'm going to screw this down all the way. And screw the other one down all the way. All right, now screw on an SF09. So these go up here. And rinse and repeat with the screw. Sorry that my hand is in the way, but can't be helped. More Loctite and screw that down. Tighten that all the way. The first side is done, and these pieces are rock solid. Okay, so now we do the remaining two SF09 frames on the other side here. And then we'll be able to put the other mandible part, and we'll get to screw all that together. And I was able to get everything painted, as you saw in the last episode, so hopefully you guys enjoyed seeing kind of the extra bits of me painting and adding some detail into the recesses. I'm still not 100% sure if I'm happy with the recesses. I may go back and try to lighten them up a little bit more because they are fairly dark. And but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'll try to do that on video. I'm not going to promise 100%, but I am going to try to do that on video for you guys, just so that and kind of for myself, so that I have everything as documented as I possibly can for the build, because I know there's a lot of people out there that are following along with my build and some of the other builds out there as well. It's always good to have as much for you guys to follow along and watch as possible, and as do I. I mean, I follow along a lot of the guys. There's Chris Falcon, trying to think, Movie Models, he's doing one. They're all turning out really well. So we now have fitted all of the 5 side frames to the lower mandible. Oh, this is the lower mandible. I always kind of thought that would be the upper one, but apparently I'm wrong. So now we fit the upper mandible on top. Now we've got all these additional holes, which I guess there's going to be a lot of parts that are eventually going to screw into these. So now it's just kind of aligning everything up. Like so. I think once we get like the first screw in, everything should go pretty quickly. All right, let's get some more screws out here. And I kind of want to start at the front. Okay. Now the back holes do feel like they're kind of offset a little bit, so I'm going to do the back one next. And I'm going to kind of stand this up, and I'm just going to push, I'm going to grab the outside, or I guess the upper mandible. I'm just going to kind of pull down on it so that it aligns that hole, and I'm just going to screw it in here. So it's nice and rigid. That's definitely got some heft to it. And to think we still have like a bunch more steps to go on this frame, or on this mandible, before it's even close to being finished. Okay. Let's see if I can set it like this. There, now the holes are all lined up. Okay, so there's that side finished. Let's go around to the other side. All four of these holes look perfectly aligned. So we'll start out with our next screw. Loctite. If you guys are not Loctiting your kits together, you definitely 1000% should be. And there's one screw left over. I'm just going to throw it in my parts bin here. Throw the bag away. And again, I'm just kind of sitting it in the Loctite and actually kind of turning it so that it threads up the Loctite. Last screw. And I think we've got all the Loctite used there. And there we go. So we've got this. Actually, I still got some yellow paint on there from a few episodes back. So there we go. The framework is finished. So that is going to be the width of the mandibles. And it probably weighs about 2 pounds. No, I'm just kidding. It doesn't weigh that much. I don't know. Might weigh about 1 pound. It's nice and heavy. I don't know if you guys can see just because of the contrast between light and dark, but you can see some highlights in there. And again, I might actually take my airbrush and kind of lighten it up with some more gray as I go. I'm still not 100% sure if I'm going to or not, but we'll see. Okay, so next up is basically they're just telling us to glue like all of these pieces in, and it looks like start SP19, which is this. SP19, start with the let's see, the 4 lugs that match the frame holes. Okay. Now I'm supposed to be gluing this into place. However, and I might do this in between this episode and next episode, and I might just, because I want to paint these white. These would go there, like that. And then this piece probably goes on the front like this, maybe? Yeah, and basically what I want to do is I want to get these 2 other inner pieces painted. Gluing plastic to metal isn't always like the greatest thing, but I don't know. We'll see. This piece should probably go in first. Oh yeah, this piece was supposed to go in first. Okay, so I gotta take the long one out, put this back piece in. There we go. And as you can see, it fits right in there like that. These I should be able to glue. Now this is kind of bowed out a little bit. Which is kind of concerning. So you can kind of see how this piece, well, I guess that's just the way it's supposed to fit in, and then we're going to have all these parts and everything on there. And this piece will set right like this, and will fit right in there. So these back pieces here, oh, there we go. Not glued in yet, but that's essentially it. So you can kind of see, I don't know if you can see the color difference. This is more of a tan color compared to the white. Now I probably could just take it and spray it really quick. It wouldn't really be that big of a deal to do that. This part over here is pretty much finished, other than it just needing to be glued in. And I probably should still go back through this, maybe hit it again with some of the insignia white, because I'm definitely going to have to do that up here anyway. Because that's kind of, I can still see some of the black. I want to get rid of that. And then even back here, some of these little recesses are still black in there. Though I'm not really too concerned about that, because this is all going to get dirtied up anyway. But I think that's really about it as far as that goes. Now, the next thing I could show you guys, let me make sure that's the last page of the Yep, that's the last page. Okay. So, if I take all the tape off here, and I guess it doesn't really matter. I didn't really need to tape this off. I just did. But let's set this aside really quick. I actually finally got, and you're going to get a really close-up view of this. I finally got the lower hull painted. I had it black for a long time. And let me move the camera really quick. So basically, this mandible is going to go right here. And it's going to have some supports. I don't know if I can make some makeshift supports really quick or not. There we go. But it is essentially going to line up exactly right there. That's not holding. But that kind of gives us a look of how big this sucker is going to be. It's going to be absolutely massive. Once we get the top part, the upper hull in place here, it is going to look something like that. So definitely cool. I still need to paint the upper hull, but I'm not really too worried about that right now. But there we have it, guys. See if I can kind of get a slightly better angle on this. Yep, and there we've got our first mandible. Well, if you thought this is totally awesome, please do not forget to hit that like button. And we'll see you back for issue, was that 78? I guess we'll be back for issue 79. I'm Brad M73. We'll see you guys next time for more Star Wars Build the Millennium Falcon. Bye for now, guys.